This is why people don't like Crash Bandicoot. And this is why I don't, or at least I don't like Crash Bandicoot's fans. Okay, Crash Bandicoot's fans are the most ungrateful, self-loathing, angry people online. Occasionally, you'll have people talk about Smash Bros. They say, "Oh, Smash Bros is dead," blah blah blah. But there are probably tons of people who still play the game occasionally or casually. Yeah, of course, there's still a competitive scene that exists. But these people are pissed because Crash isn't in the final roster. These people were hoping that there'll be a bonus character, even though Sakurai said there'll be no bonus character. And that Crash Bandicoot would somehow be a bonus character. Well, Luigi fans did the same thing to a certain extent, but it was mostly the Crash fans. They were so pissed. They always get pissed every time the next fighter isn't Crash. The only other ones that really got just as pissed were Xenox or Xenotods, who basically got so pissed that they started putting out gigantic threads saying death threats to Sakurai and Nintendo because Geno did again in Smash Bros. These people did the same thing, the Crash Tots. This is why Crash is not in Smash Bros. And this is why Xeno isn't in Smash Bros. Because the fan base of them, yes, they'll be excited when their character gets in, but then there'll be the next character. If Crash and Zeo get in, there'll be Reimu. They'll be obsessing to get Reimu in, which I don't know why, because he's some obscure anime character from that is mostly only popular in Japan. So he's not really popular in America, but the Smash community wants her for some weird reason. Probably because he's like 14 hours and I know nothing about whatever game Reimu is from. Probably because he looks like a little kid, so they want to end. That's probably the real reason they want to end. Same thing of, Ashley from Wario World. That's the reason why these people want to end, because these people are a bunch of weirdos. But they say, one of the most recognizable gaming mascots of all time. Okay, then why is his game sold as just as much as all the Pac-Man games in the world. So that means, and also, if you look at game sales, Final Fantasy sold more, Sonic sold more, Mario sold more, Pokemon sold more, and Halo sold more. Okay, all those characters are more recognized from those games by default, by sales default, are more recognizable than Crash Bandicoot, especially Final Fantasy and Sonic and Mario and Pokemon. Okay, Mega Man, of course, only sold 48 million copies. Even Kirby is more recognizable than Crash, and Kirby games sold far less than Crash games because of PlayStation. And even games like Undertale have characters that are more recognizable than Crash Bandicoot. People are like, oh my God, Sans got a Mii costume, and yeah, Sans is still not an official roster spot. It's just a Mii costume. Currently at the top most requested characters in Smash Bros. Well, not the most requested, but of course, these people think that, but the most requested, so that means they must get in. Okay, but Sakurai did pay attention to the most requested characters, and that's how Banjo got in, and that's how Sora got in. But just because the character is on the most requested doesn't mean they'll get in. Xeno, for some strange reason, is from a game that nobody plays, is a game that is a relic of the 90s, and he's not in any more games since that game. And his cameo, that was in Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, was even taken out. Which means Nintendo and Square do not want anything to do with that character ever again, and he's just a one-off. And of course, if you wouldn't want to go there, they're much better than Mario one-offs that you could put in, like Dimencio, or Farfel, even though Farfel appeared in more than one game. Why can't we just have Farfel and Dimencio in the game instead of Xeno? Well, that's because Xenox are obsessed and nostalgia-blind people who think that Mario RPG is the only Mario RPG in the world. Someone like Hotcakes and Nintendo Switch agreed Crash 4 was recently added to the Switch. Actually, like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was added like a year ago. One of the few characters worthy of the E3 reveal would make Zoomers and Centaurian Sieve. Sakurai Spaghetti Day featuring Paracrocs that. Why do people think that what Sakurai posts are hints towards new characters? Okay, we had all these quote-unquote hints, and none of these characters materialized. Instead, we got Kaiusa, which was not hinted towards. And it's always these characters that end up on the most requested character list that Sakurai is quote-unquote hinting towards. Like, seriously. Okay, Sakurai didn't hint towards Pyro and Mytha being in the game, or Kaiusa. Okay, and Sakurai definitely didn't hint towards, Terry's inclusion. Okay, no one was expecting either of those characters. Okay, no one was expecting Sephiroth to get in, but of course, And yeah, of course, you look to what's the most of the predictions. It's always the most requested characters. There's no off-the predictions. Sometimes you'll see an off-the prediction, but it's always the most requested characters. It's so annoying. Going and Crash is always being teased. No, yeah, Crash is not being Smash Ultimate. You're so pissed and so salty that Sora's the last fighter instead of Crash. Okay, you guys are so salty and so pissed. And once I found out the Disney thing, the whole Disney thing, and all, and so like the whole Disney thing was like, it might be real, might not be real, but there was a whole week that was hinting towards Swords and Cruise over the Disney thing, over Disney basically. A week is saying that Disney was gonna let that there's Disney music in Smash Bros. Or Disney and Nintendo were going to be an agreement. And I said, oh, there's a possible. And ever since that, I kind of did change my stance towards Sora being Smash Bros. Ever since I heard that week, because I thought that week was a bit credible, definitely much more credible than all the weeks I said Crash and Smash, Crash is the next character, Crash is the next character. And there's even a meme about it. There was someone who made a meme that said what people expected to be the next character, and it was all Crash Bandicoot because people were expecting Crash Bandicoot. And of course, when Kaiusa was revealed, these people were pissed because it wasn't Crash. These people, but why was Kaiusa and E3? I think it was like the E3 one, and they were like angry over Kaiusa being added. They were angry. They were pissed off because, and yeah, Kaiusa is not even that good of a character in the game. He's like very hard and difficult to play as. But the Crash fans are so hard, pissed off. Like, Sakurai can add whoever he wants. He doesn't have to bow down to the whims of you idiots. Okay, if you guys got your way, Xeno would be in, and Crash would be in. Owl would be in because, of course, they want her in because he's a Wowie. Okay, you know, and of course, Rainbow would be in because they want her in because he's. I can actually look up Rainbow's. Yep, another Wowie. She's another Wowie. 14 to 16. Another Wowie. Yeah, she's really another Wowie. So, yeah, you guys want more Wowies in the game. Okay, you guys are so weird. Okay, you guys are so weird, especially the anime community. The anime community is just a bunch of weird. They make inappropriate videos of what was her name again? Nezuko, and she's like 12. Okay, she's like 12. Okay, this is why people don't like the anime community anymore. Okay, they have crushes over 12-year-olds. Like, most of these people in the anime community are like in their 30s and 40s and sometimes 20s. Of course, some of them are probably in their teens, which that is kind of more acceptable. But 30-year-olds crossing over a 12-year-old, yeah, that's totally not the P word. But, this is just so annoying. You Crash fanboys. Yes, I do know that Crash Bandicoot is a kind of gaming, is a character that a lot of people like. But you guys are so angry and the reason I didn't want Crash Bandicoot to be in the game is simply because of you idiots who think that he was guaranteed a spot in the game because he's popular. Okay? Same thing with the Xenox than the Xenotards. Okay? There are much more worthy Mario characters than Xeno. For crying out loud. But people are like, oh, Wowie can't be in Smash Bros. Because he hasn't had his own game. And then, of course, it requests Xeno because, nostalgia. Nostalgia. Xeno must be in because of nostalgia. Okay? I can think of 10 better choices than Xeno. King Boo. Yeah, King Boo would have a very unique and interesting moveset. Waluigi, again. He could represent the Mario sports game. He'd be a much better pick than Xeno. Okay? Okay? Dimencio. He would have a pretty unique and interesting moveset. Paper Mario as well. We're going to Paper Mario characters. Okay? Paper Mario would have his moveset revolving around the hammer, which is a core part of the moveset. He can, of course, use the fold arms. He can, of course, have any of his helpers with him, with his partners with him, or, have Olivia if he really wants to be. If Nintendo's really that strict with the Paper Mario, you can have Olivia and help him do the origami things, which would be very unique and interesting. Or even add King Ari as a villain pick as well, would be a better pick than Xeno. Okay, because Origami King is a more recent game. Okay, if we're talking about Mario picks. Okay, and of course, Square Enix, you have Final Fantasy, you have the entire Tomb Raider franchise, you have the Deus Ex series. Okay, and you have, of course, you could also add characters from Kingdom Hearts. You could also add characters also from Dragon Quest. Okay, this fucking Dragon Quest Slime would be a fucking better choice than fucking Xeno. Okay? Than fucking Xeno. Okay? If we go over that stuff, okay? And of course, I think Crash Bandicoot will probably be in a future Smash Bros. Game. But Xeno, come on, okay? And more better choices than Xeno. You can add a fucking Goomba, he'll be a better choice. Okay? You can have fucking Goomba, add Wart, of underrated Mario villain that should appear more in Mario games. I don't think, character like Wart should be cast aside. But of course, Xeno should be. Xeno's just a fucking generic puppet. And of course, you have Mario and Luigi have Farfel. You could add Farfel to the game. You could add Dry Bowser. He'll be a pretty cool, Echo Fighter. He'll be a pretty cool for Echo Fighter because everybody loves Dry Bowser. And of course, they talk about the extended Mario universe. You can add Funky Kong. You have Dixie Kong. You can add, more Kongs to the game. You can add more WarioWare characters into the game. You can add Kamek to the game as well. Okay, King Boo, another very iconic and popular Mario villain. Okay, King Boo should be in before Xeno. If Xeno isn't before King Boo, then there's something wrong with the Smash community. Because King Boo is way better than Xeno. Okay, and he has a very unique and interesting moveset. Okay, and King Boo is already a pretty good Mario villain. And also have Peter Piranha, could add him. They can make him work in Smash Bros. Crusade, so they can make him work in Smash Bros. Too. Okay, they already have fucking Piranha Plant in the game. You add a fucking Koopa Trooper to the game. Okay? You had a fucking Koopa Trooper in the game. A fucking Goomba. Okay? And of course they can add fucking Waluigi before, Xeno. Like, it's just, there's better choices and better picks. Heck, you can in fact fucking Pete Zet to the game and he'll be a better choice than Xeno. Than fucking Xeno. Okay? Xeno's just a fucking EOL from Puppet. Okay? That's what Xeno is. And yeah, I think eventually they'll add characters like Master Chief, Crash Bandicoot into the game, into a Smash Bros. Game. Not this one, not Ultimate. They're not going to add any new characters to the game. But I wouldn't be surprised if they are saving characters for future entries as big, reveals and stuff. Because that's what they do. That's the kind of like the plan they have, okay? That's, they gotta add. And heck, they could even add fucking Among Us to the game. And people be excited for that. So, yeah. Even in Among Us, characters would have a unique moveset, even though the game is dead, so. But again, Xeno will never be in Smash Bros. It's just be a fact. I think Ultimate and Smash Bros. Has last two chances of getting in. Okay? Why would you add Xeno into the game if you can just add Paper Mario to the game? We can add Farfel to the game. Characters from more recent Mario RPGs. Farfel, he was the villain of the best Mario RPG, called Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. And of course, you can add characters from the Origami King or the newer Paper Mario game. Okay? Because he's he can have the origami attacks, or to make him a completely unique character, as well. Okay. And yeah, Xeno won't be in Smash Bros. And that's basically about this video. Goodbye.